Honorable Gail Teixeira, as reported again in today's Kaitour News, at page 11, headline, PPP Parliamentarian Protest Early Budget. Really, Mr. Speaker? We actually have parliamentarians who are protesting early budgets? It goes on to say, I'll read a few quick sentences. While early budgets may have its advantages, it brings as well a fair share of worrying legal and financial complications. Is there a legal complication about an early budget? I mean, please, I would love to know, because we don't want to be on the wrong side of the law. But legal complications about an early budget? The whole world must be in a legal spin, because they have early budgets. We were the ones who were the pariah.
That's right.
In having all these late budgets for over 30 years.
Teach them.
Expounding on this conundrum on Wednesday in the National Assembly was Opposition Chief Whip Gail Teixeira. I'm just reading. So, Teixeira explained that when the opposition sought to examine the 2017 budget and its estimates, it was faced with a fundamental issue. It couldn't figure out when was the cutoff date for the figures that were presented by the Minister of Finance. Oh, Mr. Speaker, even if you bring a budget in March, you check the estimates, there are 4 columns. The left column is actual, and those figures are actual 1 year after, because at that time the Auditor General would have audited the figures, and those are what you want to call the actual. The next 2 columns are the budget for the present year and the latest estimate for the present year. So even if you bring a budget in March, it is still the latest estimate at the end of last year.
Teacher, take copious notes back.
And it doesn't matter whether the cutoff date was November, September, December, or whatever. It is still a latest estimate. And the right column is the budget for the upcoming year. It has been like that all the time. The standing orders require it in that fashion, and I believe the Constitution requires it in that fashion. What is this business about cutoff date? Australia, we have patterned ourselves in this regard as Australia. They have their early budgets. It's presented before the start of the fiscal year, and they bring within their first quarter a final synopsis of all the figures and everything. We did that last year. We promised it to the House, and we did it last year. The important thing about this government is that regardless of the criticism, we do, and we present it in not cloak and dagger manner. We present it in detailed manner, explaining it point by point. We don't have to be afraid of criticism. Criticism is good, whether it's healthy or bad. And we learn from criticism. And that is why our budget speeches have this thickness, because it goes into depth. It analyzes, it broadens, it expounds. You check our budget speeches against those things that were called budget speeches in the prior 23 years. And it's not boasting. It's a different caliber. And yes, some people remember I used to write them. I'm not responsible for the end product.